This is James Morgan, NWA and Mach 1 Wrestling Superstar.
This is Chris Masters, the Masterpiece.
This is Downtown Bruno.
This is Eric Watts from WWE Tough Enough.
Mikey Nova.
Hey, what's up? This your boy, Sean Black, of the Black Knights.
This is Jess Bella from Santino Brothers Wrestling.
Gorgeous Joey Chaos.
Yo, monkeys, it's me, DDP, coming down the stage, and you are watching Dads on Wrestling.
The Dads on Wrestling.
Dads on Wrestling.
Dads on Wrestling. Every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
On YouTube.
Week on YouTube.
On YouTube.
On YouTube.
On YouTube. Now stay tuned, or you will feel the bang!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dads on Wrestling, episode 100.
Made it, man. I can't believe. Well, first of all, we're back at Clothing Company, where it didn't begin here, but it's been like the headquarters, I guess,
Yes.
for the most part.
Our unofficial official sponsor
Yeah, right.
for the better part of the last year and a half. I think
Yes.
we got in with them around March last year, your birthday.
Sounds
It was around
right.
your birthday
Sounds
last
about
year.
Right. Sounds about right.
You know, we are here, 4218 Atlantic Avenue, north side of Long Beach, as we always do for our prediction shows, but
Yes.
this is a monumental episode. We needed to be on location. And what better place to do it than right here, our home away from home, if you will.
And we want to, first of all, thank all of you for tuning in the last 99 episodes, all the After the Bells, all the Renegades, all the Stat Boy rants, the Ringside Insanities,
The mashup shows,
Mashup
you know, Double the
shows,
Insanity,
Double Down, Double
Ringside
A,
Renegades,
everything.
Stat Boys Bell.
You guys out there, all 2,000, however many of you now, you know, and granted, that doesn't...
2,200 and counting.
Yes. You guys have been there almost from the beginning, supporting us, supporting me as I left my little cocoon of comfort there about a year ago, and I greatly appreciate it. I know JJ does as well, and we wanted to, for those of you that weren't there at the beginning, back in January of 2011, Jesus Christ,
January 11th, 2011 is when Renegade went live. So January 13th, 2011 was the first Dad's episode. Because I remember I made a big campaign about 1/11/11, all the ones.
Yes, and 2,236 people later, they're watching.
That's
The
right.
masses are watching. And for those of you that missed how JJ and I came to be doing this, we wanted to answer Tyler Truth's question from the Facebook fan page.
Talk about how we met.
It was a question from everybody, and it really comes down to the love of professional wrestling and
independent wrestling,
Yes.
specifically.
Yes.
Because as I have made more than known on my Renegade page, I have kind of started this whole campaign about indie wrestling matters. All the hatred, excuse me, that I get on my channel, my show, for covering indie wrestling. That's really where it all started. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
At the end of the day, even John Williams knows you're a hero to indie wrestling.
That's right.
That's right. And we went to, I'd be going to Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, which is out here at ProWrestlingGuerrilla.com. They are currently based on Reseda. At the time, they were based at the world-famous Los Feliz Jewish Community Center.
The Sweat
On
Box.
Sunset, yes. There we go. And I've been going since, June of 04, I believe, was my first show, Oktoberfest. The show prior to the reason for the season, which was the big Frankie Kazarian versus Adam Pearce Loser Leaves Town cage match. JJ and company showed up at All-Star Weekend 2005.
Yes, All-Star
April
Weekend
1st.
1.
Yeah, All-Star Weekend 1, yes.
Excuse me real quick.
We're being
guys.
photobombed by Skywalker Ranch. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Basically, how that happened, JJ was going to All-Star Weekend, and we had met that weekend and kind of, got familiar with each other. I was being introduced to JJ and his fiancée Teresa, and
Well, Teresa was not there for the first All-Star
for the first one.
She was there come All-Star Weekend 2.
Okay. That's right. You guys are together then.
Yeah.
So, well, I know JJ was there. I believe
Mikey was there.
Mikey
Yes,
was there.
Fat Boy made his debut that night.
No. Was he fresh off a work shift like he had?
No,
Like he was
no.
later. Okay.
Indiana
okay.
Tard Boy was not in effect yet.
Okay. Because Chris Bosch, yeah.
My late homie Juan Alvarez, may he rest in peace,
Yes.
was there for that first show of ours, as well as now former friends Greg and Nicole Moore.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
They were also there.
Yep, we got to meet. I got to meet all of them, and over the course of the next few years, just built friendships. Only saw each other once a month, but it was like it was like the whole Gorilla crowd came together. It was like it was almost like a Rocky Horror ambiance in that we came together once a week and once a month and just built foundations.
I always compared the Gorilla crowd to a fraternity.
Yeah.
During the day, you got your classes, you've got your schoolwork, you've got your job, but come the weekend, fraternity comes together to party.
Party time, yep.
And that's the vibe that it was at Gorilla. I mean, people would line up as early as noon.
Sometimes really
for an 8 o'clock at night show.
If it started on time.
Just to bullshit and reminisce.
Yeah, and that's 8 o'clock if it started on time.
Yes.
They usually run, no offense to everybody there, but they usually run the Jewish Standard Time there at the Jewish Community Center, which will be 8:30, 9 o'clock, into 9:30 and 10 o'clock, and we're like, we're going home at 1.
So we met there
Yes.
and doing, Jeff was doing
XMV at the time. Yes, I was doing the show with Mike and Aaron, and let's see, by that time, Lee was on the show. I don't think Josh was there yet. It's been a minute now, but I definitely know Lee was part of the show, and the girls were on the show as well, off and on, and it had come up in discussion after XMV ended, and I was doing Talk Wrestling in 2007. That JJ wanted to come on and co-host every now and then, and that was
the proposal I originally made to Aaron Rift was why not bring on some special guests around pay-per-view time to either discuss the matches and give predictions, or do a roundtable post-show to give thoughts on the show.
Right.
And that really was the brainchild of it all, because I wanted to work with Jeff.
Yeah, and unfortunately, for whatever reason, the idea of bringing in co-hosts and guest stars and everything, with the exception of interviews, because I did interview Rob on Talk Wrestling, I did interview Terry on Talk Wrestling, but once the concept of XMB died and was buried and just stomped to death like a bug, pretty much, the idea of a co-host did not appeal to IQ, so it was shot down for whatever reason. So in late 2010, he and I started brainstorming, and January 13th, 2011 is what the brainstorming led to. It was the debut of this show.
I even think the brainstorming started a little bit sooner than that, because we would chit-chat on MySpace then, and then Facebook.
Right.
You had become a father in April of 08. I became a father in January of 09.
That's true.
And we started, talking about, at the time I was doing a show called A Hardy Conversation with my friend Chris, a.k.a. Chris Hardy.
Yes.
And, from there it just kind of turned into let's work together. That show ran its course.
Despite the awesome promo we cut on Noah Dodge, which was amazing.
You were a dad, I was a dad. It's like, what if we did a show called Dads on Wrestling? Wrestling is supposed to be this PG, kid-friendly environment, and is the product that is currently in front of you, even back then, something you would want to let your kids sit down and watch?
Yeah,
and even though it comes off a lot of times like we bash and berate the WWE for some of their decisions, we are still fans, we still tune in, we still buy tickets and merchandise, even though we're not wearing it today. We're representing Long Beach Clothing Company, 4218 Atlantic Avenue.
I'm only wearing this because the Long Beach Clothing Company hat didn't fit the thing.
But, we still support the companies, and even bitten back into TNA.
Yes.
Trying
to get Ring of Honor when we can.
Yeah.
The indies, things like that. Of course, the indies are our home.
They are our bread and butter.
Yeah, they really are, and we'll talk about more about that later on in the show.
But at the end of the day, Tyler Trigg, that is how we met, was through our love and passion of professional wrestling, and more specifically, independent wrestling.
Yes, and and the history of this show and this channel now. I mean, you had the channel prior to my coming over. It was just a brief little, or was Hardy Conversation on the other channel?
Hardy Conversation was on its own channel, and
okay.
when Chris left, under bad blood,
Yes.
he decided to log into the channel since he had that information and delete all the videos. Lucky for me, I had them on my hard drive, and once this channel got up and running and the show started doing successful, I wanted to show people how far I had come from sitting there in front of my television with Chris, who, love you bro, the epitome of the term mark.
But you know what? I will always be forever indebted to Chris, because he came to my defense when I was getting bashed left and right, storyline or not. I was getting railroaded by that guy, and Chris just came to bat for me on the Hardy Conversation. I'll never forget that as long as I live.
We are going to pause momentarily here. We're going to go find another location of the store to set up, and we are going to have Statboy join us, talk about some of the places that the dads have visited over the past year and a half in our travels, spreading the word of the channel.
Yes, the excursions have been aplenty.
So we will see you in just a second. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the world premiere, first ever episode, Dads on Wrestling.
We're here in the M&M store.
Live at the Arrowhead Pod in Anaheim. I cannot come to call the Honda Center. Fuck the Honda Center.
We're sitting here in the Coca-Cola store.
Live here at Staples Center.
We are here in the shadow of the Sphinx of the Luxor Hotel and Casino.
Live and direct from the Long Beach Clothing Company over here on the north side of Long Beach. And here on the Warner Brothers lot, courtesy of the Lady Killer Ray Larkin. And
you know when you roll with me, you only roll one way.
VIP, baby.
Alright, so that's just some of the places we've been, You gotta remember, we filmed a lot of stuff in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
You guys
some
haven't
stuff
even
that
seen.
you haven't even seen
Yeah,
yet.
seriously.
Yes.
We're just trying to figure out where we're gonna put that up. It hasn't come up. But we've been to Vegas. We've been all over this city of Long Beach, and all over Southern California, going to indie shows and WWE shows. And
LA, Anaheim, San Diego.
Yes. Just anywhere in between.
We're hoping to get to, other cities soon. Maybe when I go on my cruise, I'll do a little something from Mexico.
There you go. And there is a plan. There's a slow little, this size snowball rolling toward something that's going to go on in the early part of next year for me. Right. So we'll let you guys know about that soon enough.
Right now, we are going to bring in a very familiar face on the channel. We knew him way back when as the LB Kid.
Yeah, you guys did, yes.
Y'all know him as Statboy, ladies and gentlemen. Mike.
Hello, my internet fans.
Whoa, hello.
I was getting all up in your shot like
as
that.
I'm clothesline with part monkey, part BPW belt.
Thank you. What is this, a photobomb? It's like we introduced you. You can't be photobombing an introduction. That's not how that works.
I can do whatever I
So,
want.
a big part of our travels has been the trip to Las Vegas last year.
Oh, yeah,
the whole double raw taping and everything like that, and you were a huge part of that. And tell us what you've been noticing as you travel with us all over the better part of Southern California.
You never know what you're going to get with these guys. I mean, you put their heads together, you could cure cancer for all I know.
About that. Well, awesome.
He thinks so. I mean...
I'm not saying it's possible, I'm just saying it would be awesome, and we can make some serious cash on that.
I love how he compared us to, a box of chocolates from Forrest Gump, because, two fat fucks eating all the time.
That's right.
He said that, not me.
Life is
You
like
were
a box
thinking it.
No,
life is like a box of chocolates, and the fat boys will eat it all.
That's right. He didn't say that.
Well, you won't. Sweet guy.
The Vegas trip was interesting. It was fun. I mean, I never want to see him that drunk again, but hey,
Drunk Jeff was epic.
Drunk Jeff was creepy. I don't know what you're talking about.
The two pros in the lobby trying to proposition us were creepy. Drunk Jeff was awesome.
Drunk Jeff almost negotiated. Drunk Jeff had to try to negotiate that deal.
Drunk Jeff almost got both of them for half price.
That's right. Drunk Jeff's the man. What are you talking about?
Had we had money,
we'd have and a half.
it'd have been on like Donkey Kong.
And at the end of the day, He wasn't single then. I wasn't single.
What? Wait.
He was
No,
not.
I was not.
He's he's still not single. I wasn't single then, and
But it went to a bachelor party and we found out you would have got the
bachelor's
freebie.
party. I would have got the freebie. And Ray, who was with us, wasn't a bachelor. He wasn't single. You were the single man. You'd have reaped the benefits, homie.
That's right.
I didn't want to overshadow it was your day, not mine.
Trust me, my day was shot when I got drunk at Raw and really didn't get to do much at the show except listen to a promo. Trust me.
Standing out in the 105-degree heat to meet when we met Vicky Guerrero.
With poor pregnant Bailey, my God.
We met Ricardo Rodriguez. We met Dolph Ziggler. You guys got to meet John Cena. I was at the hotel room at the time. Thanks, Ray.
Booker T.
Got to meet Booker T. I was at the hotel room that time too. Almost met our
Jerry
true-
Lawler.
See, just keep rubbing salt in the wound.
Hey, you know what? Hotel visits had to be handled. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, yes.
Out of all the places that we've been and that you've tagged along with us to, what has been your favorite place that we went to?
Honestly, it was the trip we took to Glendale for the NWA taping when we were interviewing Eric Cross and Pinky.
30 days of interviews that we did last December.
that was more fun.
Solar Studios.
Yeah, the Solar Studios. That was a little more fun because we got to hang out with them and. You, I think, walked off your own show, and Eric Cross was like, I got a walk-off, yeah!
Eric Cross marked out for the dad's walk-off. That was awesome.
And Eric Watts rolled his eyes when I had to walk off because I was hacking up a lump.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun, And
that was pretty fun.
It's like, who else can we interview? It's like, you never know who we're going to get.
We've got plenty more people that we are looking to interview. NorCal, SoCal, big leagues.
I'm waiting for the big leagues. I think I'll be very shocked if I see a big league interview with us. You
never know what we can pull off.
Yeah, I mean, I love you guys. You're my brothers and all that.
We were trying to set something up for this show. It just didn't happen. So,
yeah, you got a ring announcer instead on Facebook.
Well, he wanted to, but whatever. It is what it is.
And because of this, we're working the Battleground too. We got the belt.
Well, we're going to talk more about that in the next segment. Yes,
but you're getting a little bit ahead of yourself there, Stat Boy.
It's still,
it's the eagerness, I think.
I know. It leads into all the stuff.
Excitement of the 100th episode.
No, I love it.
What about you, Jeff? What's been the most fun or the coolest place that we've visited?
But the most fun, the least fun was definitely San Diego, especially the aftermath, because, the second time we went down to San Diego, we only done there once during the show. We ended up breaking down near Legoland and had to take a $200 taxi home.
You're welcome.
Yeah, seriously. But honestly, my favorite has been any of the NWA shows we've been to, any of the all the indie shows we've been,
Well, some of those I would hardly call traveling to because it's like, where Battleground is in reality, a 10-15 minute drive from our house. That's really not a travel.
No, but okay. As far as outside of the Long Beach, near OC area, I gotta go to Vegas. I gotta go to Vegas. I mean, if you're talking about just the run of dads in the last year and a half, my favorite travel has been to Vegas. You go back, into the archives of the Jeff Meacham career on frickin' Orlando and all other shit. I'm sorry. I did not pay for that trip, and which I'm reminded of constantly.
I would have to echo the sentiment. I think the time that we spent in Vegas, the three of us, and even with the Lady Killer, was lots of good times. And remember and reflect on those fond.
Like I've said, I don't have a problem with him. I'm okay with Ray. I know you, whatever. But I bear no ill will toward him. He seems to be doing the show still. I'm happy for him. And we had a good time with him in Vegas. He got us a great room. It worked out nicely. So whatever. I'm fine with him. Get me in trouble bringing him up. Oh, Jesus. All right. So.
Anything else you want to add, Stat Boy?
No, let's just keep going. I mean, do another 100? Why not? Keep going.
Exactly, 100 more.
That is definitely
keep the
plan.
stats going, so I got a job. I don't know.
It's been roughly a year and a half to get to 100 episodes. A lot of that is because of the pay-per-view predictions and result shows and stuff like that. That definitely speeds the count up.
You figure 104
episodes
would have taken 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, coming up in the next segment, we're going to bring in Mikey's current lady love and Dylan's mom, Jade. And we're going to talk about what benefits we've reaped as a result of being involved,
Such as
with
being able to
carrying
pull
around
off this.
the BPW Championship. But
I got you back.
before we talk about it, let's show y'all what we're talking about. Jeff Meacham backstage with Tara Calloway and the new massive champion, Vintage Dragon. Congratulations, champ.
And what can the fans look forward to tonight in the match? Anything special?
Fans can look forward to tonight. Basically, me just beating up Tara Calloway, holding on to this title. Unfortunately for the fans, it's going to be pretty much over in a jiffy. It's going to be a pretty quick thing, I think, because as we all know, Tara Calloway cannot hold a candle to me.
Do you think you're underestimating your challenger at all? I mean, she is the North American champion.
Are you underestimating me?
Absolutely not. Hope you guys enjoy the match.
You beautiful American, what do you want to say?
I don't hear what you want to say. What happened out there?
Get out of here.
Alright, those clips were a little bit of what this show has allotted us in the business, if you will. You know, and we've now brought Jade onto the show, as you can tell. We can't give her the grand walk-in introduction like we can give everyone else because
the rolling, maybe.
It would still take too much time to try and transfer.
And then we get you in the chair, and as you transfer, and you're having your butt into the camera.
Yeah.
That's a good butt.
You know, since the fans always seem to hate on you anyway, we gave you the already in the ring entrance.
That's true.
You know?
That's
Oh,
true.
thanks.
Just
Robert
like,
now.
yeah, just like Drew McIntyre would get.
Oh. What about Heath Slater?
It's humorous because it's factually accurate.
That's right.
So anyways, like I said, we brought Jade on here to talk about a little bit of what the shows and the channel have afforded us within the industry, and more specifically, like we were talking about the first segment, the independent wrestling scene.
And you've been with me going through the last, almost, my entire YouTube, online, whatever career, and I know you noticed the difference between working with Aaron and everybody and going to the shows like Gorilla and only focusing on, the AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, the big stars. And then with our channel, we've been able to, cultivate relationships with independents. And I think you've, I think even everybody can notice that there's a huge shift, and you've definitely seen the shift. You've been a big part of the shift. You've been more involved in the show than you ever were with XLV.
I don't know.
I
think I was more involved with XMB as far as on the shows, but...
Well, yeah, on the shows, as far as appearing on camera, you did appear on XMB almost every show. Remember, XMB was only 1 or 2 times a week.
Right.
2 at most, really. And with this, not only are you part of Ringside Insanity and the weekend mashups, you're also part of the creative process. Every time we have a talk about the meetings, you're directly involved in the process of how the shows get made.
Whether you want to be or not.
It's in my bedroom, honestly.
Yeah, that's right. You are part of the meetings, and I have tried very hard since I left NoDQ. You left NoDQ before that, because once XMB died, it was pretty much just me.
Yeah.
Except for the occasional top wrestling cameo or verbal photo bomb by you off camera on TW, but or Raw or the cameo with Rob Van Dam and TW. But it's not that's my dog making the cameo during the Terror interview. That was the worst part. That's my dog making the cameo during the Terror interview. The dog's bark from the That was wrong. Anyway, we're getting off topic as we always do.
We're getting onto the other channels.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the companies that we've visited.
Yes.
Through
this channel.
Yes, through this channel. It really all started again around your birthday, April last year.
Before that, really.
Me and Jade going to Mach 1 Wrestling.
I love them.
going to the Slam and Jam, as well as the student showcase that they did earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Doing a double shot in one day. You know, and getting to see former Pro Wrestling Guerrilla ring announcer John Ian's company that he's now started and producing guys in, and getting to see guys that, you know, were just ring crew at Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, like Angelo Trinidad,
Right.
now becoming ring announcer for Mach 1 and NWA Hollywood, and it's this huge presence on the SoCal scene.
National Anthem singer extraordinaire.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, yes.
You know, you've got guys like Angel Lopez and Luis Tapia that are coming up through their school, that are branching out. They're getting on NWA Hollywood. They're getting booked at Battleground Pro Wrestling.
They were just so nobodies when we met them.
I like what you did there.
What you did there. That was very good.
That's neat.
You know, so as far as our channel goes, it really started with Mach 1 Wrestling, and then it kind of evolved, if you will, into a lot more than that. It turned into going to NWA Hollywood, which
was so
Mach 1 is an NWA byproduct.
Right.
You know, and getting to see some of those guys there, but then also getting exposed to, re-exposed to the Joey Ryans, hashtag 87%, the Scorpio Skies, aka Mason Andrews, the Johnny Goodtimes and Johnny Yumas, aka Lars Only, all guys who you've seen at, like, you know, TNA Destination X, but independent wrestling doesn't matter. You know, getting to see guys like Fresh to Death and Chaos and the Disorder. You know, the list goes on and on. I mean,
and you know, early in the NWA Hollywood days with you, especially, because I'll never forget the story of you meeting Austin Aries prior to him joining TNA. Please. That's right.
Go ahead, Jake. Tell the story.
Oh my God. I sat there, politely said, "Can I have a picture with you?" He goes, "What's the magic word?" What? Are you really gonna sit there and say, "What's the magic word?" Make me say please.
The man simply asked for a polite word. That's all.
I was polite. I wasn't saying, "Give me your pictures." No, I said, "Can I have a picture?"
This is going to be the first one we've thrown out there for this show. What do y'all think? Is Austin Aries a dick because he asked her to say please? Leave a comment right here.
Video comment.
Or a video response.
Yeah,
let us know, is Austin Aries a dick because he asked her to say please? Anywho.
Video response.
I know y'all are hating on me, but still.
We also in those early days at NWA Hollywood got to bump into some of the talent at the local delicatessen pre-show. Remember, we bumped into Colt Cabana in line getting himself a sandwich and chips while we're already sitting down getting our grub on.
A big ol' hug and just like, "Hey, this is you."
You talk about reaping the benefits of being involved with this show and this channel and going to indie shows. She got a carry of the Region Showcase steps by the World Heavyweight Champion and the number one contender at the same time.
That was kind of weird because they had to break kayfabe and everything.
Yeah, Pearson Cole. She had to get the problem with the Region Showcase leader, and that's why they're not there anymore. One of the reasons is there's no handicap bathroom, and the only bathrooms are upstairs.
Yeah.
So imagine trying to boogie your butt up there.
That was bad.
And it was like, no. So
Aaron had to keep pulling me up those stairs.
So Adam Peterson, Cole Commander were like, all right,
alley-oop,
there they went.
Talking about their like honeymoons and stuff.
And you speak about Adam Pearce. We had the NWA World Heavyweight Champion
in our van.
Shotgun in our van while the piece of shit still ran.
That's right.
When it's no longer.
You know, from there, we've done work for the Santino brothers at the dojo. We did a whole week feature on them last year.
So much that they want me to come and train now to do the managing job. So.
Battleground, of course, we make no secret about the stuff we do there. You know, to steal a phrase that WWE coined, but I think fits us more than the person they used it for, we are the social media ambassadors of Battleground Pro Wrestling. We sit up there on that stage every show, tweeting results, tweeting what matchup's about to happen. We go on YouTube the week prior, and we do hype videos doing predictions and all that stuff. We come onto YouTube the week after, and we post show wrap-ups and review the show. You know, we are Battleground social media ambassadors.
Exactly. And that's all because of this channel and this show.
And then at Massive, we've become backstage interviews.
So far. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We hope Massive can come through whatever tumultuous times that they're going through right now and start running some more shows. They've only had 2 to date. The last 2 they've had to cancel for reasons undisclosed.
Yeah.
But we hope Pro Wrestling Massive can get the ball back rolling because they've got a really solid product there that needs to be shown to the masses.
Definitely. What's been, like I said, you've been with me through all the trials and tribulations the last 7 years. In the last 2 years, what's been your favorite moment being involved with the channel?
Actually, with the channel, oh my God, there's too many. But being involved in the indie scene,
which is what we're talking about.
well, yeah,
Right. That's kind of what I meant.
but being in that, probably this last Battleground.
When Loco got physical with
match.
you.
Yeah, for those of you that haven't seen, I don't know if the video's up or not.
I know Mikey posted his version of the video as a video response to my review. So the match is up there for viewing. Just go to the BPW review episode of Renegade and look at the video response of Mikey O'Shea versus Extreme Loco.
And you'll see Loco demand her chair, told no.
Flipped off twice.
Yeah, flipped off twice, and then she was physically removed from the chair and popped down on a seat next to her.
It kind of hurt my tailbone a little bit,
A little bit.
he popped me down pretty hard.
He did. He put you down pretty rough. That was pretty
like,
brutal. That was kind of messed up.
And then you had your friend Liana come to defend you.
Punched out.
She got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, she did. She got knocked the fuck out.
Smoke dog style, baby.
Good. True story. So your favorite one's been getting roughed up.
Yeah.
What about you, Jeff? As far as, you know, what this channel and the show has afforded us within the independent wrestling community, what's been your favorite moment?
I think just the overall respect and kindness and friendships that have developed more so in the last 2 years being with you guys than I ever really even attempted at the end of the day back in the old days. You know, I've made it a point to be more respectful, go up and not listen to kids screaming in the background, and we dealt with in between the takes here. And you know, having to, you know, be recognizing that respect is the key. And you know, because we did learn our lesson from our boys Matt and Nick at the end of the day. You go up and shake hands. Whether they did that or not, we do it. Every time we go, we shake everybody's hand, or you hug, or however it works out.
I give my
we've made real friends at the end of this day at Battleground,
family.
Hollywood. Yeah, a lot of them are like family now. They've been to our house to watch. Uncle Mikey O'Shea. They've been to the house to watch the pay-per-views. They've been, you know, we've been doing, you know, it's been
Disneyland trips.
Disneyland trips, exactly. It's been an experience, that's for sure.
I would have to say my crowning moment within the actual wrestling business has been the backstage interview I got to do with Winter.
That was
so much
That was very cool.
You know, I wasn't able to interview her for our channel because, you know, you guys at RSI have the shtick of interviewing the female wrestlers.
Yeah, at that
but
time,
getting to do the backstage interview with Winter, you know, somebody who I believe at the time was still the Knockouts champion as well.
I have to look back and remember.
I don't recall, but you know, at least somebody that had been Knockouts champion, Knockouts tag champion, getting to interview somebody like that for an indie wrestling show was my crowning moment.
Yep, and I did love the banter between you two. That was really cool, you know.
Yeah, you guys already saw that clip.
Yeah. I underestimated you. Underestimated me. Just no. It's all good.
I gotta admit, I've admitted it many times before on my own shows, on the channel, and in real life too. I love a woman that is in control and has that essence of power about her.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, you know, that I was a little bit excited there when.
Yes. Winter definitely has that presence. There's no question about that. And while we talk about presence of women, as Jade departs and we move on, we're going to move one more time to the final location, and then we're going to bring in another very special guest to introduce her to the 2,000 strong.
Yes. We will see you in a minute.
All right, we are here, the final location in front of the icon of Long Beach, and really, if you're the Queen Mary.
Queen Mary, the sister ship of the Titanic.
Yes.
Although it didn't meet the same fate.
Thank goodness.
And it didn't have a shit-tastic Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Although wasn't Queen Mary in Titanic? I don't know.
Anyways,
we're still a clothing company.
4218 Atlantic Avenue.
We're in the clothing company merchandise. Thank you all again, of course. And before we say our goodbyes, there's one more thing that you wanted to take care of.
Yes, we've done a lot today talking about the past. You know, we reminisced about how we met, and the concept, you know, was kind of planted and fertilized and developed into what you see before you 100 episodes in. You know, we've talked about what the show has afforded us within the wrestling community. We've talked about where we've been and where we'd like to go. And where we'd like to go is the epitome of what we're about to do right now. We're about to talk about the future. And Dads on Wrestling is proud to announce the first official Casa D18 Studios affiliate. Our show will not be found actually on the channel because we already hit you with 7 shows a week anyway.
Minimum, yeah.
You know, more when there's predictions and results and Dylan shows and battleground shenanigans that go up. But we are about to introduce you to the star of her own show in the pink, the lovely, the talented, the beautiful, the charming Pinky.
Now my face is
Seriously. Seriously, you gave a hell of an intro there, Jack. So, Pinky has already had, you've had JJ on the show.
I have.
And you guys talk about The Undertaker.
Yes.
And, you know, I photobombed that more than once.
Totally.
Verbally at least. But what...
Voiceover bomb.
Voiceover bomb, there you go. What led to the creation of In the Pink with Pinky? What was the inspiration for that?
The inspiration was actually YouTube. Renegade of Wrestling. YouTube.com, Renegade of Wrestling, Dads on Wrestling. Google that. And I
Like
figured...
David Otunga, Google us.
But we don't want to Google David Otunga.
Aww.
Aww.
That's true. Most of the results come up Mr. Jennifer Hudson or C. Jennifer Hudson.
Correct, anyway, so it doesn't.
Which that might get me unfollowed by him now on Twitter.
You're
But,
supposed
you know,
to blow it, man. It's over.
Whatever, anyway.
Still love you, Ungatunga.
I can't see anything. Yeah, I actually got the inspiration from YouTube, and I figured, what the hey, if YouTube can do it, why can't I?
And Lord knows you got enough hot air inside that frame of yours.
Careful. Careful.
Okay, yeah, and on that note, segue to hot air him. 2 announcements, my people. Actually, I have my own channel, youtube.com/inthepink. You can actually Google that. I have 3 episodes up. The 4th one will be sometime soon. And announcement number 2, I am 8 weeks pregnant with a little girl, so I'm pregnant with a little girl. It's a girl. It's a
Law
girl.
of attraction. You gotta put that out there.
It's a girl. It's a girl. She's gonna be just like me.
God help us all.
Shut up.
All I'm saying is you're a unique individual.
I am.
And by having another one like you, kind of takes away from your uniqueness. That's right.
Not really, because she'll be unique herself. Because she has mommy and daddy genes. Mommy's just unique because she's mommy. Just saying. Mommy.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
Mama knows best.
Mommy knows best. Yeah.
Even though there was a TV show called
Look, Fathers knows best, or Hogan knows best with his old,
Yeah, we don't count
decrepit.
that.
Retire, Hogan, retire.
Hogan knows so well that, you know, his marriage fell apart.
His
son went to jail. And
he's pulled in his
daughter parades around like a whore that can't sing.
She can't sing.
And his new wife looks like his daughter.
Well, the mama has a husband that looks like his daughter, looks like their
The
daughter.
views of J.J. Williams and Peanut, so the fact the views of Jeff Meacham in regards to Hulk Hogan.
Brother! Because Jeff Meacham's an idiot.
Oh, wow.
Show.
You know what? We haven't done this yet on Dad's 100. She just provoked the walk-off.
Oh.
Yeah!
So you leave me here with the one that called me an idiot. Thanks.
Exactly,
Appreciate
because
that.
he loves me. He left because
I know better.
he's smart. I like you.
Anyways. Thank you, darling, for coming on the
see if
show.
Jeff Meacham's on
Make sure you guys check out In the Pink on YouTube. Is it a weekly show?
It is a weekly show, depending on whatever's, hot topics. Like the Olympics are on now. SummerSlam's coming up. Those will be my two topics for my next show. And pretty much whatever's on my twisted, sick mind.
Now, do you have a specific day that you put your shows up? Like Dad's goes up every Thursday?
I try to do it every Friday if possible.
Okay.
Saturday.
So you compete with Stat Boy then?
I
Stat
do.
Boy is our Friday show.
Yeah. See how many views he gets, huh?
Yeah.
0.
That's not true at all, actually.
Well, in my mind.
I see.
Anywho, thank you again for stopping by the
No
show.
problem. Thank you guys
Good
for
luck
having
to
me.
In the Pink, and hopefully we will be here, 97 episodes from now doing In the Pink's 100th episode.
Awesome.
All right.
I love it. Thank you guys very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. That about wraps it up for Dad's 100.
I would guess so. I guess we can call this one is in the books here. And
Well, how can you call it in the books without me?
Okay.
What's going on, Ray?
I'll tell you what's going on. I'm not on the show. And it is the 100th anniversary or whatever bullshit you guys are trying to copy off of WWE. But I'll say this, JJ. We're friends. And I found you. It wasn't hard to find you either. All I had to do was get on Foursquare and watch your check-ins. I had to get on Twitter and watch your big announcement that Dad's 100 would be filming here today. I had to get on pretty much every social media site except one. And that's Tout. And that's what I'm also here to promote. Tout is, WWE has put $13 million into this new social media tout. If you guys don't mind, on Dad's on Wrestling, I would like to tout.
Doesn't look like you have a choice. So.
Not really. I'm here with my good buddy, old buddy, Jeff Meacham. And today, on Tout and on Dad's on Wrestling 100, I'm going to tell him how I really feel. Because he hasn't been watching the shows. Fuck Jeff Meacham. And you see what I did in 15 seconds, which you could barely do in 30? JJ, I know you take a neutral stand on this. I know you have me as your friend on Facebook, and Jeff, well, you're pretty much just walking on his leash. So, if you don't mind, I'd like to talk to Jeff Meacham. And don't take that offensive. Just, I know you have you know how I am.
Fair enough. Sorry, I got this.
Jeff!
Yes, Ray.
How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful, Ray. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm real
I'm
good.
glad to hear you're
You
good.
know, I have a question for you. Now, the WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, is on YouTube, making millions of views. Smashing You, No DQ, QQQ, whatever stupid smoking gun wrestling, PWI, inside of all these wrestling sites are shutting down because WWE's on YouTube. How doesn't that make you feel?
Doesn't bother me at all. We're still getting the same views we were getting this time last year. Unlike your show, which after the debut has continued to decline. No matter how much praise I keep upon you and wish you well, then you come onto my show and photobomb me. This is bullshit. I don't need you here. You weren't invited here. I don't care if this is a public store. Now you're messing up with my stuff. I don't appreciate it.
You know what, Jeff? If you don't mind, and this is the reason we had all these fucking problems, you never really let me say stuff on camera. You guys always just ranted on about the same shit every week, and if you don't mind, I actually do want to tell you why I'm pissed off at you.
Okay, please. The floor is yours. Go ahead.
You know what, Jeff? When we first started Dad's on Wrestling, I just sat back, and then I just went off of what you and JJ were saying. You guys made a success out of it. So you guys averaged about 300 viewers. 400.
Okay.
It's about what I'm averaging now on a show called Fuck Jeff Meacham.
Right.
And I've been working hard, Jeff. And you know what? I'll put you over right here real quick because I'm not an evil tyrant that you think I am. This evil,
but okay.
Even though you've watched the episodes and I have ripped you from time to time.
Yeah, you have.
And you know, you've done a lot. You've done a lot, and I'm not saying that you haven't. What you do for your son, what you do for your family, what you do for everybody you entertain. I respect you for that, sir.
Okay, and I respect you for what you've done. Create a franchise around, well, my name at the end of the day, but you've done well.
I'm not finished.
I know you're not finished. You never seem to be finished, right?
Oh, no. I'll never finish. Here's why. Because behind this camera, you're full of shit, Jeff. You know what? There's things that you say on camera, but then there's things that you don't say. Look, here's what I mean. It's been a long day. need a lot of traffic to get here to you. So I'm sorry if I'm sorry if I'm
making
making
you a workout or something with your gloves on.
Oh no, I brought these for you.
Oh, I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Well, you see, I'm not a troller. I'm not on the internet saying, oh, I hate Jeff Meacham.
These guys filming the show are the trolls, right? Is that what it is? These trolls?
These are my people.
Oh,
these are
okay.
the people.
Ray has people now.
These are the people. Of course, Jeff. I have stock in WWE, and I have a lot of stuff going for me. Why wouldn't I have people following me?
I don't know why they follow you around, to be honest with you. I think they have everything through their lives, like, actually go out and do stuff. Work.
Well, you know what? Learning from me and to be as successful as me, you'd be surprised, Jeff. But here's what it is, Jeff. You never let me say what I really wanted to say.
Okay.
And then you guys reach a 2,000-3,000 average viewer mark, and then you ignore me when promised that no matter how controversial my show was, no matter what the title, no matter what I said, what I did, you were going to push it. You personally were going to push it.
I was. No. That was all Mr. Williams. I come on the show almost on a weekly basis when I hear about you saying, I wish Ray the best, whatever he does to himself, he wants to say fuck Jeff Meacham, that's fine. But you know what? You want to accuse me of being unreal? Let me be real for a minute with you, Ray. Fuck you and your stupid little attitude coming on Dad's Arm Wrestling 100, our biggest show, that you purposely left your own choice. You left that show yourself. You left this show. And then you walked off, said fuck Jeff Meacham in front of my kid at SummerSlam, the viewing party, the after party, and you expect me to show you respect? I'm not going to show you a goddamn thing except the fucking door, because you're in our space.
And while you go on and you interview all these wrestlers, these nobodies, and you were going to expect me to give you the information. By the way, shout out to the Info King. What's up, boy?
You know what? Information, right?
All the wrestlers that I've been running into now, The Rock, CM Punk, Shawn Michaels, I'm running into big leaguers now. And what was I going to do, Jeff? Have you interview people I obtain, people
I
that I
interview those people. I don't want to interview those people. WWE has their own little promotional machine. You're proving it right now being a stockholder. They don't need me. I don't need them. I promote who I want to promote. My friends, the indie workers, the guys that need the rub. Shawn Michaels isn't the guy that rub. He's got his own hunting show doing his own thing. The Rock would be a rub from anybody. He's the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. Whoopee shit for him. I don't need The Rock on my goddamn show. And I don't need you in my face doing my show.
And you know what? Another thing, you come off with your kayfabe bullshit. Oh, I don't do kayfabe. I don't do kayfabe. Don't call yourself the lady killer. Well, you know what, Jim? What the fuck do you do for a living? Besides nothing, you get on this air and all you ever do is talk about shit. That's all kayfabe. It's all WWE. It's all kayfabe. In case you forgot, wrestling's fake.
I understand it's fake. But listen, you want to... Go ahead.
And I'm sorry for all the people out there, the people who watch Jeff Meacham that thinks wrestling is real. But unfortunately, it's fake, Jeff.
Okay, well, you came on here and said you wanted the floor.
I do want the floor.
Here
there's something I want to say. You know what, Jeff? Fuck you.
Hey. You don't need this in the store right now. Come on, man. You're getting out of here.
Jeff.
I don't want to see you in Long Beach again, man. Get out of here.
You okay?
Out of here.